Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Vampire the Masquerade 5th Edition Chronicle Vancouver Adjacent by Night. As a warning, this is a mature game and it explores some dark and troubling themes. These may include body horror, gore, violence, loss of character agency, gaslighting, mind control, and many others. Our players have discussed consent and boundaries, and we collectively avoid situations that may be triggering. The players will always let me know if anything gets uncomfortable by using yellow and red cards in our private chat. If you as a viewer ever feel uncomfortable or triggered, please pause and step away. Our streams are available on YouTube after the game, so you can always come back to an episode if you feel ready. So, a little housekeeping. I would like to thank our wonderful host and sponsor, Level Up Dice, for giving us this opportunity to share our story with you. Please support them by purchasing their exquisite dice or by spreading the word about them on social media. And this week, we're going to go with some Montreux. I said that totally wrong. Nobody should ever say Montreux, because that's just weird.
We reppin' too.
Ooh.
And Patrick also has the Venture Dice. And our other sponsor for this particular season is Dogmite Games. Dogmite Games is the best gaming company you've never heard of. They combine craftsmanship with artistry to create truly unique pieces of functional art for your game, from dice boxes and rolling trays to fully sculpted Valhalla screens for GMs. Each piece is created on site in their workshop in Michigan by a devoted team of craftsmen. And I'm going to show you mine because mine is the Gangrel. There it is. Yay, you can see it.
Yay!
And, you can mark off with a dry erase marker. You can basically go, Harley got cut in half. So,
Again.
Axe out
Quit
half
it.
of Harley's health.
And just to show off, these magnets are no joke.
Yeah, these
There.
magnets
Yeah.
are amazing. Because when everybody got theirs, they were like, how do I open this thing? It's
You're
like,
very confused.
slide, I guess, is the best way of doing it.
That was my
so-
most Cassandra moment out of character.
So now I would like to introduce our vampires. We will have Brennan's info over there. Brennan is once again not unable to make it. So let's skip over Brennan to Zach. Wait, that way. Zach.
Hi, I'm Zachary Vaudo, playing Charlie Lawrence, the Malkavian, Primogen, Packmate, etc., etc.
There's a lot of titles on this show. Sam.
Hi, I'm Samantha McLarty. I play Elena Cortez, the La Sombra Primogen, and Sabat Pack Ductus.
Apparently they don't have that anymore in the new Sabat book, but that's okay. I don't care.
She's old school.
I'm old school.
And Patrick.
Hi, Patrick Gill, and I am playing Harley, the Nosferatu Primogen, first of his name, Breaker of Chains, Sabat Pack Priest, etc., as well.
You have a dragon?
We're working on that.
I don't recall.
I would like to
authorizing
point out
that.
the Breaker of Chains thing, considering that you are the one that likes to collect chains for yourself.
Haver of chains.
Yeah.
Haver of chains, that works.
Collector of chains.
Metaphorical and physical.
Just a big pile of chains now in Harley's Haven. And Lex.
Hi, I'm Lex, playing Cassandra, the Toreador Primogen, and Harpy, and loyal Sabat member, and maybe the new boss of all of you? No.
Aim higher. Let's go for Prince.
Oh, yeah, Cassandra for Prince.
Yeah.
Since Charlotte's not here.
I'm just reading the Zoom chat now. That's hilarious. Thank you.
I'd vote for you.
Yay! Yay, the Sabat member will vote for me as Prince.
Oh, you sweet summer child. There's no voting for Prince. Well, unless it's Prince from the other game, in which case vote for Prince.
Yes.
But that's beside the point entirely.
We don't talk about what happened in Atlanta.
So when last we saw our coterie pack gaggle of kindred, I don't know what to call it anymore. It's just
Family.
let's just have them all jump over and
Aw.
join the Ashira. It's fine.
Mm.
When last we saw them, they were kind of having minor-ish issues with dealing with their emotional state because they were, they participated in the not so great Sabat Slurpee.
It was fine. Everything's fine.
Is it though?
I don't know. Ask Charlotte.
And Charlotte noped out pretty quickly. There was conversations had, and then somebody went to pay a visit to the old location of Charlotte Industries due to the fact that they had realized, hey, wait a minute, didn't we have a body over there in that building? Yes, in fact, you had. But
Oops.
they met I want to say old friend, sort of. Kind of the same creature, I guess, and it was a blood brother that someone had used spare parts of Trevor to construct. And a bunch of other things, including Skip.
That problem solved itself.
So if
I
his
love
wraith
when they
is-
do that.
Never
his
getting
wraith
rid of
is
him.
kicking around
ever
anywhere
at this
he-
point.
Yeah, if his wraith is kicking around anywhere, he's gonna be pissed.
Fuck Skip.
I second that, but god damn it, we're never gonna get rid of him at this point now, because now he's part of the blood brother thing of Trevor, and Jesus fucking Christ.
Once you feed a stray, they just keep coming back.
Heart of the ship,
Uh,
heart of the crew.
And then we all float down here. So then they went to meet someone else who was the childer of Alexandru. And they may have made a deal to switch targets because they were given a target of Obadiah Ferguson, one of the kind of higher up Ventru in the city, and they realized that the other pack was targeting Connor, so they made a switch. And the next night is where we will pick up for this particular episode. So I'm going to get one of them rouse checks from everybody, and you can do so, I believe, in the chat. And I think Level Up Dice, you can still do that. I'm not sure. I don't even know anymore. So how did everybody do?
Yeah, hungry.
Me too.
Me too.
Bring on the nuggies. I'm at hunger 4 now.
Oh, shit.
Oh
I'm at hunger
no!
3.
4 for
I'm
4.
at 3.
I'm
at
a
3
normal
now.
person at hunger too.
I'm at 2, yeah.
3 for me.
I'm just thirsty, which is why I had some of my root beer. So this might take a while, everybody. Buckle up. Charlie, you hear again a cacophony of voices. Hey man, you remember that thing that we were gonna do? We were gonna do something. Yeah, that's it. No, not that thing. The other thing. Oh, right, that thing. No. You were both wrong. We are gonna do this thing over here, and you can definitely kind of feel that they're pointing out things in your head, but you don't know what it is they're pointing out. No. This thing over here we're gonna do. No, fuck that. Your idea is stupid. Hey, we should probably before we do anything else, you should probably eat something. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely eat something. Maybe even that Elena. We should eat her. Then we'll get all these like magical, like spiritual things. I don't know. There's like the power of Christ compels her or something.
It doesn't anymore, really.
What?
No. You're behind season.
Huh. Then you hear like a bunch of scratching, like somebody's writing on a wall or something with chalk. No, don't
write in
read
there.
it down like that. Come on. Like, it doesn't mean she's the devil now, does it? Wait, does it?
No.
Are you
No,
sure?
that's not how it works.
Really?
Not everybody that doesn't follow Christianity is the devil.
Have you met Elena?
Have you met Elena?
Yeah.
When?
Recently.
Where?
Well, okay, not really met, more observed, and there was like a big kind of shadow thing that was around her, and she was doing like a whole bunch of weird, like, I'm going to kill somebody.
You could have made that up.
No, that sounds exactly like Elena. Yeah, I
It
know,
does, but that's
right?
a fair guess.
That
You
was
could have
like a
made that up.
perfect impersonation. Absolutely perfect.
George, I want to try something with all the cacophony going on. I want to
Sure.
think back to what I did when I was hanging out with Anatoly.
Okay.
And I'm just going to, and just with everybody talking, I'm just going to go, everybody stop. And just see if I can stop them all again. Without
Everybody
being
stops. With the exception of you can hear it from really, really far away. All you can hear is, play Freebird.
Everybody go to that guy.
And there's like a cacophonous kind of rumble in your head. Like you can hear like a whole bunch of footsteps moving off in one particular direction.
That may come in handy later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it totally will.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Elena, what you hear is,
Oh dear.
Elena,
What is it?
you should eat.
I am aware of this.
Are you?
More or less. I feel hungry.
You know how proud I am of you, but you need to eat someone.
I know. And it... So, I should probably not feel as comforted as I do by that. In the proud thing, but I do, and that's a problem, and that I'm going to have to address later.
I don't know why you would think that's a problem, Elena.
Considering our history, that's a problem.
Is it?
It is.
Search your feelings, Elena. Search.
No, we're not doing that. That was some bullshit that Harley told me about before a long time ago. Some kind of, I don't know what was it, a comic book or a movie or something it came from. I don't remember. But I know this, and that's this telling me right now that you're not actually here. You're just part of, my subconscious and blah, 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 blah. Bullshit,
Elena,
bullshit, bullshit. What?
you can feel that this has never actually happened to you before because, your humanity was higher a couple seasons ago.
Right.
You feel like the grips on your shoulders, like someone is basically just grabbing a hold of you, going, Elena, you are my number one child.
Okay.
You should be proud.
Okay. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, Nanette. I'm doing that.
You may eventually lead the Sabbat.
Okay.
And you feel the hands basically remove themselves from your shoulders.
Shit.
And since Patrick was the one who got that particular reference, I'm going to go with Patrick next.
That I don't know if my mic picked that up, but that hurt. I've never swallowed a laugh that hard before. That hurt badly.
So Patrick, you hear fuck. Getting fucking dry in here, man.
I know.
Fucking eat. What's wrong with you?
I know.
Eat someone.
Yeah, we're gonna take care of that, bud.
Look, instead of dripping your shit into that fucking goblet, you should probably just take it right from the tap.
I know. I've there's I've got a few plans tonight.
Again, I'm saying, eat the pretty one. Charlie.
I was going to say, objectively, you need to be more specific. So
Yeah, the pretty one. Charlie.
Well,
I mean, Toreador, you don't want to really eat that. And come on. Like, that's just...
well,
it's kind of gross.
You know, we kind of had that thing.
Probably tastes all like flowery and shit.
The thing is, bud, you know, you're me, we're each other, and you know, you kind of knew that she kind of sits in that weird zone, and the Vobbler didn't do that any favors, so
yeah, I know.
It's probably not a good idea.
But think about it this way: you won't have to worry about the Vobbler anymore if you eat them. Then they'll stay with us all the time. It'll be great.
All right, so you're suggesting that, or you don't have a problem with taking a swing on Elena because it's technically my body doing the swinging, right?
No, that my option is totally personal.
As I was gonna say, because you know, like I wouldn't even put it past Cassandra. Like I don't think that I would be comfortable taking any one of them on square head up anymore. So everyone's powerful in their own ways, and so it's not gonna be as easy as eat everybody here. Chuck.
But if you eat them, then you get all the power. And you can have some of them like special like tentacle whatever powers that Elena has.
You know, I've fed from her plenty in the past. At least before we got here. You know, once or twice. But that's something that's never that power doesn't sit right with me, and I know that if I wanted to, if I really wanted to work hard at it, I could make it happen, but that's not
Oh, come on, pal. What do you got to lose?
My humanity.
Psh. She's doing fine without it.
Once again, we're the same individual at the end of the day. You know that she's not fine.
She's fine. Don't worry about it.
And hey, you know, while I have you on the line here, bud, you know, we didn't really have...
Oh, yeah, like I'm totally a fucking counselor and shit.
Well,
yeah, tell me about your fucking relationship with your dad.
Well, you are my dad if you want to get down to the vampire side of the equation, and
let's just say mistakes were made.
Ooh, you're hitting deep tonight here, bud. You know, I was actually going to apologize for, you know, eating you until there was nothing but ash left, but...
Why do you think I'm in here?
You fucked up.
That way they can be in here too.
You know, I think you... If I really leveled it at you, you really want Elena rocking around in here with you?
I don't think you really want Elena rocking around in here with me.
No, I'm saying, like, this is a bad idea all around. So if we could maybe change tactics a little bit, change course of action. But no, real quick.
Well,
legit.
The last time you were supposed to eat somebody like Skip, you didn't, and then you ended up with a dead body, and then you met that fucked up blood brother thing.
Yeah. You know, I have to say thank you for all of the history lessons that you literally pounded into my head, because, I mean, I had a problem with Trevor before, and this is just the gargoyle shit all over again. It's just a different clan fucking doing it, and once again, we're semi on the receiving end.
I mean, technically. Oh, there's an idea. Eat him.
Trevor?
I I mean, it did come in for a couple of hugs with people.
Don't tempt me. That's actually...
Then you don't have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah. So, hey, real quick.
Huh?
Nyx. Do you think I could take her out? Like, legit. No bullshit. Like, legit.
That's the last you hear of him. You just literally broke your beast by having him laugh until he disappeared.
Score one for
and
Harley.
Last but certainly not least, Cassandra.
Yay.
So you wake up. Where was it you were staying?
We didn't all really split up at the end. I guess I probably went back to Cassandra's original apartment, which has never been on screen.
It is not.
No.
So you wake up, your body essentially returns back to life. And you kind of lazily roll over and you can see Connor. Cassandra.
I know you weren't here when I went to sleep, which means you're probably not really here now.
Probably not.
What do you want?
I want to tell you not to go through with things, obviously, but you definitely have to eat.
Well, I can definitely eat, but I don't think we can not go through with things at this point.
Oh,
It's you or someone else, and at this point, it being you doesn't bother me as much as it should.
it's sort of me or someone else.
I mean, isn't it exactly you or someone else? Isn't that what a trade, is?
You're assuming that if you're just going to be joining the Sabbat, isn't the plan to get rid of the Sabbat?
I mean, well, the plan was for there not to be Sabbat in the first place. I guess now the plan's to get rid of the Sabbat, but the plan was definitely to get rid of you.
Don't you think I could be useful against the Sabbat?
Maybe. Unless they kill you first. You were on a few lists, as it turns out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens when you're a dick, hey?
Can't really fuck up the plans of the Sabbat in Montreal without ending up on somebody's shit list.
Oh, good, so you brought it here to make it our problem. That's pretty on par for you, isn't it?
I didn't really bring them here.
Well, they weren't here, and you weren't here. And then you were here, and then they were here. And I mean, math wasn't my strong suit, but that seems pretty point A, point B to me.
And the kind of spectral Connor leans in up to your ear and says, you should probably talk to your friend Elena as to why the Sabbat are here. And then he disappears.
I'll talk to my friend Elena just because I like talking to my friend Elena, thank you.
It wasn't your idea, Beast. It was mine the entire time.
Well, now I don't want to.
Can't fire me, I quit.
So, what is everyone doing?
I think Harley would have crashed at the Nosferatu place or his new Nosferatu hangout place,
Okay.
with the intent on letting Elena and Charlie have Charlie's apartment to himself for a change. And from there, I need to eat, and I'm gonna be hunting for a a passed out bum or someone who's asleep. That's gonna be an easy couple of hunger points worth.
See, I don't know exactly what the hey kitty, what the role is for that particular hunting thing, so I'm just gonna assign something. Let's go with a wits and awareness
Okay.
to see if we can find anybody skulking around back alleys.
This is all for hunger dice.
And my cat is being very vocal.
Pick the
Eat the
kitty
cat.
up.
Eat the
I
cat.
can't. Because it keeps wandering
Harley's
off
stray cat.
whenever it gets close.
Ooh, that was real close. One success.
One success.
Mhm.
Eventually you do find somebody, but it you're able to not really get that much out of them without the alcohol, that is.
I'll just take one off then. I've got to work tonight. Can't be getting fucked up. Oh, this guy's got blood in his alcohol stream. All right. And from there, I'm probably going to send a text to Elena that will say, meet you at home. And then I will proceed to go to the old sewer haven.
All right. There's the kitty.
There's a kitty.
You're being very loud. I hope you realize that. Patrick.
Yes.
Yeah, so you're making your way to the old haven.
Mm-hmm.
So Elena and Charlie. Elena gets the text message on the old flip phone.
Yeah. She gets the message, and where's Charlie at the moment?
Probably in like that like kitchen living room area, just drawing the numbers. And
She would go into that area and just kind of stand leaned up against the door frame for a moment, closing her phone and looking at him. And Harley wants to talk to me.
okay, about what?
I don't know.
Everything okay, or?
I can only assume.
Okay. Is he coming here, or do you need to go?
No. I need to go to meet him.
Okay. Is this just a you thing? Do you need me to?
I think it's just a he and I thing.
Okay.
A lot of things have happened recently, and we haven't had the opportunity so much to talk about it, just the two of us, in some nights now.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Are you going to be okay here by yourself?
I mean, I usually am. Got some stuff to work on, I think.
What are you going to do?
If we're gonna try to do all these things that we're doing, I think we need to rope in whatever we can for help. And I keep thinking back to those guys that were on my phone with the triangle and the circle symbol, the magic guys. And
Right. I'd forgotten about them. There's been so much happening lately.
there's always so much happening, isn't there?
There is. There's quite a lot of things going on that. Not exactly what we planned for, is
No,
it?
no, none of it's really what we planned for, or any of us planned for.
Mhm.
But I think if we're gonna stand a chance at any of this, we can probably use their help if I can find them. I don't know how you find computer wizards.
Perhaps, just asking the question.
Maybe.
I suppose maybe you can just send a message or send some lot onto the computer, the browser thing, and you can just ask, "Where are you?" or something, and hit send and see what happens. Maybe if they're watching or paying close enough attention, they will see it.
Feels a lot
And
like one of those
hopefully-
movies that Harley probably showed you.
Yes, actually, it is one of those sort of movies or comic books. It's sort of hard to keep track of whether it was a movie or a comic book at this point. But
They're both now. Sometimes they're both now.
Oh, interesting.
But that's a good plan. That's probably the best plan, honestly, since I don't really know where to look. Just be in the open.
Surely they'll contact you.
Yeah. So I'll be here doing that while you are doing your thing.
Okay. Check on Cassandra. Make sure she's okay.
Okay. I can give her a call before I start doing all this stuff.
I'm sure she's talked to Charlotte already, so she should have an idea about that part, and maybe you and I can talk at some point.
I'd like
A
that.
lot has happened, so.
Yeah, I'd like that.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and go, and be careful, Charlie. Okay?
You too. Let me know when you're coming back. Okay. Okay.
I will.
Really like having you here.
I like being here. And then she's gonna turn and head out the door.
All right. So she's going to be going to Harley, and Charlie is going to be going to visit Cassandra.
I'm gonna call Cassandra and then go from
Or
there.
call Cassandra.
Yeah. We can do whichever one first.
Let's do the call first.
Okay, so then yeah, like pretty much the moment the door closes, I just punch in Cassandra's number to dial her.
There's a phone call.
And I'm assuming I have Charlie's number so I can tell it's him.
That's a
Hello?
good assumption.
Hi.
Hi.
How was your day?
Quiet. How
Good.
was your day?
Also quiet. Elena just left to go do some stuff. And
Oh, that sounds encouraging. Is it murder stuff?
I don't think so. I think it's talking stuff.
Oh, so only like a 50-50 chance of murder then. Okay.
Yes. And I'm here at my place doing stuff. And Harley is going to be doing talking stuff. So I just wanted to see what you were up to and how you were doing.
I'm okay. Little nervous about the Connor thing. And also Charlotte hasn't texted me back, so that's horrifying.
Do you think she actually went to Combo or?
She better not have. We were gonna go to Cabo. We had plans. Oh man, if she ditched me for this spring break we were making up, I'm gonna be so mad.
I don't think she did that. I think she's just probably laying low until she figures all this out. That
Well,
seems
it's probably for the best for everyone.
maybe more of a work stuff out kind of guy.
Charlotte's less of a work stuff out kind of person and more of a throw money and influence at it until it submits to her will kind of person.
Yeah, that's not really going to work here.
No, and I suspect that's why she's not here.
Probably.
Much as I would love to see her try to throw money at this Elena thing.
I'm just at my place. I'm going to try to see if I can find the computer wizards. You remember the computer wizards?
Oh, I do remember the computer wizards. Do you
I
think they're fun?
I hope so. I mean, they have to be more
wizards
fun
have
than
gotta be fun.
they have to be more fun than the other groups that we've run into recently, right?
That is a low bar to set, and I really hope they clear it.
Yeah, I mean that's good odds. I feel good about that probability.
And you're the probability guy, so
I'm the probability guy.
So now it's like fact, right? That's how
That's
probability
not-
works.
Yes, that is how probability works.
Oh, good. I understand probability theory.
Yes. I didn't know if you wanted to be here while I'm doing that, or just in
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, sure. That sounds good.
Okay. And then Elena is probably gonna come back when she's done with the talking stuff, maybe, hopefully. And then well, we can go from there.
Okay. Then I will come to your place, and we will try to get a hold of computer wizards.
Yeah.
Which sounds like a normal Saturday night for us.
It might be the most normal Saturday night we've had in a while.
All right, I'm on my way.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Narrator time. It is not going to be a normal Saturday night. At
But the
all.
probability guy said so.
Numbers don't lie.
Because Cassandra now just spent a whole bunch of XP on like finance, so now she understands probability.
No, that's a zero-sum game right there is what that
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, just like I don't understand math, and that's why it's point A and point B and not numbers.
So
graph.
Yeah.
whilst Cassandra is making her way over to Charlie's, Elena is coming up upon the Old Haven. You know the way to get down there by now. It's go here,
Absolutely.
take 3 steps this way, go that way, etc. And you walk up upon the old familiar wooden door that Harley had there.
And Harley actually would have left the door open. And
The door is ajar.
And when Elena comes up to the Haven, Harley would actually be hopping out of that air duct that their other guest had arrived in previously, and he just kind of
Yes.
like lands kind of awkwardly, but he doesn't make an ass out of himself. But oh, hi.
You know that is the reason we aren't here anymore.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
This was the we'll say the most private and safest place that I can think of right now, and that says a lot.
Are you sure? Have you checked to make sure your friends are not lingering around?
I'm fairly certain. I'm working on that though, like legitimately to where I can see through their bullshit.
Glitter in the body? Is there anyone around? No offense, Harley. I totally
I know.
trust that you're capable,
I understand.
but they run really fast when you say glitter.
I know they do.
You hear footsteps, but you don't see them.
Son of a bitch.
Right.
I'm
like I
working on
said.
it. Working on it.
Uh-huh. No, I understand. It's okay. It's alright. I'm used to it by now.
And once she's in, I'll close the door. I'll lock it. There's nothing to prop up to prevent any other forced entry. Um, I am like, or I have like screwed shut the grate to get into the duct though.
Okay.
All right. So
Okay.
what are we gonna do?
You're going to have to be way more specific than that. About what?
About your sire.
What was his name again? Santiago.
Something cataracts.
Santiago Cristobal de Cervantes. I kind of like just calling him Cervantes at this point.
Cervantes.
Sounds cheap.
With an affected accent. Cervantes.
Again, sounds cheap and
Exactly.
like a character from a story. Nothing real though.
Right.
Anyways, I don't know what we're going to do about him. Not much we can do about him. I mean, it would seem from what we've been told that all of our plotting and planning and running that you and I have done, that I have done before you and I came to know each other, it has been for naught. He's always known where I was at, and it stands to reason that if we were to run now, we would know where we were going or where we would end up.
We wouldn't make it out of the city.
Probably not, now that he's made it all too clearly. He has an agenda.
So we're stuck here, and we keep getting stuck with the same shitty choices that we can't really make a good decision on, because there is no good way to handle this. There's bad, bloody, or fucked up. There's usually a combination of the three.
I have a feeling that it's going to be bad, bloody, and fucked up at this point. There's not going to get a way out of it. It was simpler before, like when we were just considering how to take out the cam, just us, the Camaria, just to take them out, just to be independent and not part of, some crazy plot, some sort of organization, just to be us, all of us, and not worry about it anymore.
You know what I miss?
What's that?
Just us.
Right. Yeah. That we didn't really have much to worry about then, just, who we were going to fuck over next, human wise, and of course we didn't really fuck anybody over other than the occasional human for food or whatever.
But the key thing is we made sure that if we did, they had it coming.
Right. And we never really dealt with or had to deal with the others of our kind so much. It was always just us, just you and I, and it was simple and it worked, and we could not be pulled into situations like this. We could just do what we wanted to do. You could do your hacker shit for fun or whatever, and I, found our next
Mark.
Target or
Job.
mark. Yeah. It was
I mean,
easier then.
yeah. And when was the last time we went to a movie?
I don't know. It wasn't really fair though to go to the movies even then because I mean I couldn't really hear them. I could see them because they were really far away.
Right.
But like I could never hear them and you would end up like you always went and saw the movie before I did so that you could come back and then you could like quote it. And I know you tried it really hard and you did so well when you would like quote and try to do the voices for each and every character and that was really kind. But
I tried. And it's looking back on this entire job, it's hard for me to figure out where the where we jumped on the slippery slope. It's kind of hard to tell. I think
Charlie. That's where we jumped on the slippery slope. Charlie called.
mm-hmm.
Because Charlotte called. And, well, here we are. Don't get me wrong, Harley. Like, I missed the days in it. I missed the times when it was just you and I, and it was easy, and didn't have really any kind of responsibility or anything to deal with. Like, we could pick up and leave at a moment's notice if things got too bad, or I don't know. We weren't really important, and now we're important. And now we are everything that we tried very hard not to be. But I would never want to be without Charlie or Cassandra or even Charlotte again.
Charlie's a big step for you.
You're right.
And
That was not something I ever saw coming, ever. Oh my god, you have no idea that was not supposed to happen.
It's nice seeing it, though. It's nice to see you have any sort of a lasting connection with anybody who's not me, just because it's always been just us. And the fact that you and Charlie are able to open up like that to each other, at least to the level that you have, is we
I'll
had
tell you a secret.
Yeah.
I can't say anything because it doesn't matter now, but and you'll be very upset with me. Just a heads up, you're going to be upset with me. But even though we were working for Charlotte, and Charlie was part of that, before all the things happened with Charlie and I was still considering to eat him because, I didn't get to forever and a day ago. I was still considering doing it. I was going to. Like, that was the plan once we got done with this situation. That was it. I was going to do what I did not get to finish years ago.
Things have changed.
They have.
And there's definitely a lot that the both of us have gained from all of this, but I'm still hard pressed some nights to really be honest on if the struggle and the bullshit was actually worth it, because it gets worse. And I eventually Cervantes was going to show up. you and I both understand that now.
Hmm.
He was keeping you on as long a leash as he needed to give you the illusion of independence, but still keep him within arm's reach to keep tabs. You've grown to the point that now your sire finds you worthy enough to grace you with his presence.
I hardly call that a, I hardly call that a upgrade or positive thing, really, because if this had not happened this way, then we could have moved on. You and I, we could have gone to anywhere. We could have gone to the stateside again, or could have gone to, I wouldn't have gone back to Spain, but we could have gone anywhere and been just as well.
You know, if you can get used to living off of caribou, I have no problem going as far north as we fucking can.
Harley, I'm not eating animals.
Okay?
I don't want to eat animals. My justifications, my being able to be who I am, my line, so to speak, like, I don't even eat people, hardly. My thing was to eat others like us, and that is how I managed to continue to be. That's how I was holding on so long to what I was and to what we were and what we were doing, and because I wasn't actually hurting anybody, I was eating others that were hurting those. And now it's all completely different now. Like, I'm not saying that I'm going to eat the people, because I still don't want the people anymore. It's not the taste that I'm after, but that yearning, that want, is much stronger than it used to be now. It's harder, to break away when I've had enough. I want more. Even when I'm just trying to satisfy a little bit from either you or Charlie, or I just want more. I don't want to stop. I just want to continue.
And
You can't tell anybody I said that. I'm handling it.
I think we've all fed from other kindred at some point in time, and we know the lure, and we know how intoxicating it can get. And I would, what they say about assumptions, but I would assume that, any time that I offer you my wrist, I know that there's an inherent risk involved with not being able to get you to stop and ending up dead again.
It's different though, Harley, now. It's different than what it was before. Like, it was easier to stop before. Like, it was just, once I was done, and I could just stop. It was no big deal. But now it's, I can smell it. I can smell that blood, the smell of it in the air. I can taste it.
It's Cervantes
on my lips.
It's Cervantes.
And I just want it all the time. And when I do get it, and I've gotten to the point where I cannot not have it, and I do get it, I don't want to stop. And that's sort of what happened with Skip, in a way. Like, I didn't want to stop, and I didn't stop, but even he was not satisfying enough, and even them, the girls, they're not quite satisfying enough. I just
Well, when it comes to Cervantes, you know that whatever you want to do, I'm going to support.
What if I want to stay? What would you do if I said that I wanted to continue on? Like that. With him.
It's hard for me to think straight. Like, I mean, that's a lot to process when you really sit back and think about it, because we've got the Vaudlery between us. We've got the years of friendship, and I know that when it comes to dealing with sire shit, it's rough. I mean, yeah, we've all had shit sires. It's just mine's up here now. I mean, does that appeal to you, being queen of the Sabbat? Because that's what you're gonna be if you do join with him.
I don't know. I didn't want it to be. I didn't want it to be that or to be any sort of leadership at all. And I don't know. I wanted to be invisible for a long time. And I was invisible for a long time. And I
Fucking
think
Charlie.
that maybe
The phone call.
what is calling you right now?
No, I'm referencing the phone call.
Oh, I don't know. My phone doesn't work right
No.
now. It doesn't work down here anymore for me.
I took
I
the
didn't know if maybe you had a thing and I couldn't. It doesn't matter either way. Yes, the phone call, him calling you like that. I would have been content continuing to be invisible. And I don't really know that I want to be visible right now, but I don't really know that I don't want to be, or that I don't want to continue to do what it is that we're doing. Like, I don't. With the anarchs, even they have rules and stipulations, and with the Camarilla, you can't do half of the things that we do, and a lot of the things that we do, I really like doing, and I'm kind of afraid of the fact of how much I like to do the things that I do now.
And I never thought that I would ever see myself in any type of leadership position either. But now that I'm actually plugged into something, Cam, Sabat, Autarkus, whatever, now that I'm in a position to actually do something for my clan, I have to say, it's hard for me personally to think that I could ever go back. Now, I think, honestly, Angelica, I think we're past the point of no return.
I have not heard of that name being referred to as me in a very long time.
I wanted you to hear that from me first instead of him.
Thank you for that.
That's how much you mean to me, and how I know how much him showing up is going to fuck with you. We haven't even started the hard part yet. And I want you to know, no matter what you decide, I'm with you. No matter what.
I appreciate that a lot. And I miss her a lot sometimes.
Yeah.
But she died, Harley, a long time ago.
Well, Cervantes out of that, didn't he?
He did. And Nixodon and Alexandria.
Mm-hmm.
And every Camarilla member that was there, and every Sabbat member that was there, and anybody in between. It was all of them, and you and I are both parts of that, whether we like to be or not. That's what we are, that's who we are now, and I think it is probably best to let the dead stay dead.
Agreed. But I am Elena's priest.
You are.
And that's how things are going to stay until someone tries to make it otherwise, and I'm going to fight that tooth and nail.
We are going to prevail no matter what. I'm going to make sure of it, as you are. And
If you want to eat his soul, I'll help you.
I might.
I think, knowing the clan history, I think it's befitting. To be perfectly honest, I don't think he'd accept a death by any other way. To be perfectly honest.
I think that if it comes down to that, and that's what I'm going to do, then it doesn't really matter what he would accept, does it?
It's true.
And I also think that he's not the only one that we have to sort out, and it seems that sires are on the menu lately, and that's going to include Connor. And I know Nixodon is not your sire, but I feel like she has a pretty big hand in a lot of things, and I would love nothing more than to see her on her knees right in front of you so that you can make that decision yourself, as well as Cassandra get to make the decision on whether she wants to take Connor for herself or she's going to let Charlie do it.
I help you with Cervantes, you help me with Nix.
Yes. We'll sort everything else out afterward.
Highway to Hell time. I'm with you. Okay.
I love you, Harley.
I love you too, Elena.
She's gonna give him a hug.
He's gonna lean into that as hard as he can.
All right.
And I think they're gonna have some more private moment time down below. You can pan over.
So Cassandra is arriving at Charlie's building. Does she remember which particular apartment he's in?
He put it in my phone, and I'm not drunk, nor do I have Charlotte to fuck around with. So, yeah, I'm gonna check and see which apartment it is.
Disappointed in storyteller.
It's not fun screwing around all on your own. Then you're just a crazy person.
Yeah, I suppose so. Charlie receives a knock at the door.
Immediately open it. Hi.
Hi.
Come in. I haven't done anything yet. Come in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shut the door behind me.
Walk. Did you walk? You don't drive? Do you drive? You drove.
I drive.
Yes.
I'm the driver out of
Yes.
this
Right.
somehow.
I don't think anybody else drives.
I bet Charlotte could drive if she'd lower herself to do so.
Yes, but no, but yes. Okay. And
Computer wizards.
computer wizards, let's walk us over to the kitchen area where I have like my phone out and my laptop out.
Are
They're
you
on.
summoning them with this? Is this how you
I-
summon computer wizards?
I was
Sandra
going,
puts her phone on the table.
that might help, maybe. Sure.
You need 2 more
and-
pieces to make the pentagram.
So Charlie does not clear out his like browser history or anything, because he just doesn't care to. So I'm gonna like just dig back and pull up like whatever I typed in to get to that virtual adept site, and
Okay.
just type it in on the laptop, and then and hit enter, and then pull my phone up and go, okay, so look at that, and then I'm gonna find the number that I called. Way the fuck back, scroll.
The laptop basically goes into a blue screen,
Mhm.
and there's like a loading bar that is slowly ticking over.
Okay, and then I'm gonna hit and I hit the number and just put it on speaker and put it down. Okay, maybe one of these will do something.
Didn't they not want to talk to you though?
No, they were going to. Anatoly said that they were going to be helping me at some point.
Oh, right, that weird vision thing we were all in. I remember that.
Yes, that's one way of doing it. Yes,
Is it working?
I don't know. I'm just staring at the
Computer
phone.
wizards!
I'm just staring at the phone, like waiting for it to ring, looking at the computer at the loading bar.
Nothing's happening. Is stuff supposed to be happening?
I don't know. I never contacted computer
Hear
wizard
this.
before. What was that? I haven't heard that in a long time.
Yeah.
I don't even have dial-up anymore.
Do you have a fax machine in here?
No.
Are you communicating with us like a ghost?
Do I have mail?
You do not.
You've got mail.
Meg Ryan shows up.
Oh, what if I do the thing with the oogly eyes where I can see stuff and things?
Yes. Yes.
All right, so I am going to activate Sense the Unseen.
Excellent. I'm just gonna look that up.
Wits
I think it's only a
aspects?
roll if something's hiding.
Yeah, I believe it's a wits and aspects.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've got written down.
Or resolve and aspects. Whichever
Helpful.
one's higher.
Three successes.
3 successes. So Cassandra closes her eyes a couple times. It takes a couple blinks to kind of kick it in. And you open your eyes, and you're kind of surprised by what you see. You see Charlie's laptop sitting on the counter, and his phone is sitting right beside it. And there is what kind of looks like spiders crawling out of them. But they're not spiders. They don't look organic. They almost look like they're robot spiders. And the robot spiders, some of them are kind of crawling down the counter, and they are crawling up Charlie's leg and crawling around him.
So Cassandra shrieks like a girl and jumps up onto the nearest chair. You have internet spiders.
You're muted.
That's not a thing.
Oh, well, good for the guy who can't see the internet spiders.
Okay, where are they?
And one of them
Um,
is, as he says that, one of them is like right beside his temple, and it's kind of like tapping one of its legs into Charlie's head.
Kind of like a here-ish sort
Here?
of Yep. Oh God.
I'm just gonna go. I'm just literally trying to feel for it.
You can't feel anything, but Cassandra, you see him. Basically, he kind of picks it up.
Oh well, now you're holding it, and that is not better for me.
Oh, okay.
So they're like crawling out of your laptop right now, and like all over the everything.
Are you the computer wizard?
Are you made of spiders, computer wizard?
The way he's holding it, like the legs are kind of going like this.
Is it doing anything?
Yup, it's freaking the fuck out, and it should join the club.
I'll let go of empty air.
So as Charlie lets go of it, Charlie can see this as well. There is a spider that pops out of nowhere and lands on the ground, and it's like light blue. It looks like it's kind of charged with electricity, and it scampers across the floor.
Internet spider.
That's not supposed to be a thing.
Well, I don't think computer wizards are either, but take that up with them.
Okay. I was told that you were going to be helping by a very reliable source. I don't know if spiders are helping, but if you're here or you can hear me, we have to talk.
And also, you should stop being spiders.
You actually hear your bathroom door close.
Do you have someone here?
I don't know. One second. I go walk down the hallway. As soon as I'm out of Cassandra's sight, I'm hitting Unseen Passage and Silence of Death.
Okay.
Okay, I'll just stay here with the spiders. That's
I succeed on the rouse check. So I just immediately go over. And I just want to nudge the bathroom door open. Not enough to full break off his gate, open it, but kind of a push.
The door is actually closed, so you're gonna open the door first and then push.
Just kind of, yeah. I'll hit obfuscate as soon as I do the push.
Okay.
So I'll just turn the knob and then push obfuscate.
So the door just slightly swings open away from you, and you see someone who basically, it looks like they have a VR headset on, but this isn't your bathroom. This looks like kind of a sterilized lab, and there's conduits and what looks like wires, thick rubberized wires that are for electronics and stuff like that, all feeding into a very small kind of computer system. And their back is turned to you, and it looks like they're kind of fidgeting with the computer system.
I'm just looking at all of this through my bathroom door, trying to take this in.
I'll come up along the hallway now that the bathroom door is open.
And then just dropping obfuscate by accident, just go, "Who are you and what did you do to my bathroom?"
They kind of turn towards you ever so slightly with their head. And Cassandra, give me a wits and awareness.
Oh, snap. I actually have some of that. 4.
4 successes. As you're walking behind to catch up to Charlie, you kind of, half-heartedly kind of see like a picture on the wall, a piece of art or something that Charlie has. And as you turn your head, behind you, there's a bunch of the spiders crawling on the wall behind you.
Oh, well, this is awful.
And the person that turns their head towards Charlie, this isn't your washroom.
Okay, but this is the door to my bathroom.
And it's usually here.
Come in.
Come out.
I can't,
Why would we come in if you can't come out of there?
because I'm not actually in your washroom.
How do we come out of there if we go in there?
Good question.
I'm fairly confident I'd be able to figure it away.
Like in the
Why
near
don't we
future?
have a conversation from the doorway here where we all know how to leave?
It's really hard to maintain this amount of vulgar magic.
He's your computer wizard. You make the call, Charlie.
I have a lot of things that I have to do, so I need to be back here very timely. I just
His
stepped
girlfriend
through the
will be
front-
like so mad if he doesn't come back.
She'll be very mad. You don't want to meet her mad, and I'll just step across the threshold into not my bathroom.
Is Cassandra following?
Yes, but whining the whole time. I don't want to do that. And then she steps in.
And that's a good part for us to have a little bit of a break. So come on back in about 5 minutes, everybody.
Yay.
Grab some hydration, grab some popcorn. This is gonna
No
get
spiders.
entertaining. Oh, don't
Spiders,
grab
spiders.
spiders.
It's
Leave
gonna be so
spiders.
great.
welcome back, everyone. I believe Patrick was either frozen or just, I don't know, messing around.
Being goofy.
Probably both.
Yeah.
So we're going to change tracks just for a couple seconds and see, Elena and Harley, are you eventually leaving the sewers?
Yeah.
Excellent. So as soon as you touch the door, you open it and you see the exact same scene as Charlie and Cassandra, but it's from the exact same door that they had just closed and come through. Ah, your friends are here.
Ah.
Excellent.
I found the computer
This is a-
wizards.
This is
Welcome
very
to a
new.
weird place.
What the hell just happened?
I don't know.
Hey,
It's true, he
Mr.
doesn't.
Internet Wizard, she should.
Oh.
You're gonna need like one of those
Oh.
spooky cages, the
the
Farrah
f-
Fawcett cage.
Faraday cage. Oh,
The
yeah.
Farrah Fawcett
Uh,
cage?
Faraday
I
cage.
had
This
her
is going to
poster
be very
once,
bad.
actually.
You don't no. See, if I come through, if I touch it, if I'm going to fry all of this. If I come anywhere, this is going to be bad for you.
She's
all of
very. She's
oh,
like a
dear.
big magnet on your computer.
you.
That's
That.
not
That's why she needs the Farrah Fawcett cage.
I had her poster once, but that's beside the point entirely. No, you can come in.
Are you sure about that?
Very.
I mean, he says I can come in, but fine, all right. Then I just sure I warned you, and she's gonna walk in.
Harley makes a point to follow Elena in. Like, if anything's gonna happen, it's gonna be with Harley on this side of the door.
You basically see a bunch of spiders all kind of rush in at the same time and crawl up
Oh, there's
Elena's
spiders
legs.
too, by the way.
Ah.
Yeah,
Those are the internet spiders.
Uh-huh.
those are the internet spiders.
Hell.
Yeah,
They were in
Ah.
my hand.
Apparently,
they're crawling up on Elena. Like they're-
turns out the
No, don't-
internet is
no.
owned by spiders and not the
What the hell are you
Nosferatu or
doing?
Malkavians.
I get in there.
What did you do?
I
What
get-
is going on?
I get in there and I try clearing her off without.
It's whoa. Just leave them.
Oh,
Oh, I don't want them under me.
Trust me.
oh, yeah, oh, they. I think
These
they're.
are kind of like white blood cells.
Hey, Elena.
Oh, they're
Let's take a step.
keeping. Yeah.
Let's take a step forward. Like just like grab her hands and stop her from like shucking them off. They're gonna help you not break everything.
Okay.
And it still looks as if this particular gentleman has a VR headset on. Like it doesn't appear that there is any kind of way for them to see you or hear you.
So this
So-
is the
Wait,
computer
someone to
wizard.
explain. Okay, explain more. Explain more, please.
Huh?
How did this
We
happen?
s-
What are we doing?
We
here?
summoned him with a laptop
Okay, my phone.
and a
Oh,
phone.
you did the thing that
Not-
I told you to do.
Entirely.
Oh, good.
No, just
We've
like that,
been-
entirely.
We've been paying attention.
Oh,
That's very
And
close
then
to
he
you.
was in the bathroom.
We're
Did
in
you
my
flush?
oh,
Uh,
I haven't.
No,
oh.
I wasn't in their bathroom.
You kind of were.
Oh, Elena, I think we're gonna have to watch Doctor Who when this is all over with.
I mean, do you even use
No.
the washroom?
I use the sink.
I use the mirror.
I clean. I bathe. We have to bathe. We get stinky eventually.
I gotta wash this off at night.
No, I mean, where does... You drink blood, right?
Yes,
Where does it go?
gets absorbed.
Really?
Yeah.
That is
We don't make a
fascinating.
new blood or healthy blood or anything like that, so that we have to absorb the blood that we intake, so that
No,
we
I'm
can
just
continue
wondering
to
where it
exist.
goes.
It gets absorbed.
Is
Into
there
the skin,
any-
like
It keeps it all going.
So there's no
Biochem.
transference
it's a-
at that point.
It's a supernatural biochemical reaction. It's the same as you eating
Interesting.
normal mortal food that provides us with
Yes, but normal mortal food coming through me goes out somewhere else.
Think
Once
thermodynamics.
Okay,
nutrients.
so
Yes.
when we use the abilities that we have, that tends to spend that
I
blood, much
see.
like it. If you overexert yourself with energy, because
It's
you
like
get really
gasoline.
tired.
Yes.
Hey,
it's thermo-
new plan. Maybe we don't tell the computer wizard everything about our physiology like right away.
I mean, it's not. I don't think you can do anything with it. But
I don't believe that.
to
The
that
man
point,
sent spiders through your laptop.
that's fair. To that point, who are you apart from computer wizard?
Glad you asked.
Uh-huh. We need to
My
know these
name-
things.
Is Wilson Hardy.
Okay.
Hardy.
Elena
And,
Cortez.
and he walks over to Elena and offers his hand. Oh,
Cute.
right. Hold on. And he reaches behind himself, and out of practically nowhere, he pulls out something that looks like a Nintendo Power Glove and puts it on. And he goes to shake your hand at that point.
She goes to shake his hand and holds it for a long time, and she's just like,
You know,
if
there's
you
the
didn't
whole
have
electricity
have
thing. Yeah, sorry.
that glove on, would I short you out?
Potentially. I'm not sure.
Oh.
That's what the spiders are for. And when you look
Uh-huh.
down, you notice that the spiders that have climbed on you kind of have turned like a blackish color, where they were kind of bluish before.
Huh.
They're kind of it's kind of like what white blood cells. They would possibly
your-
even eject you if necessary.
So I'm kind of like your kryptonite. Isn't that right, Harley? Kryptonite. That
Well,
was the
you're
thing
right.
that was
Kind of
bad
like
for Superman.
technology's kryptonite.
And
It doesn't matter. But I would, if you were to touch me with your bare hands, you would not work anymore properly, correct?
Oh, I wouldn't
Yeah.
say that.
well,
We don't have to test that.
I don't think. Yeah, he wouldn't. I personally don't want to risk it. This.
Yeah, he doesn't have to
his-
touch you.
And
with bare hands.
you're
I'm not
Oh.
meaning any harm to him. I'm just trying to figure it all out. He knows a lot about us now. It's only fair that I ask him questions about him.
I mean, they're fair questions. They're totally fair.
Okay, so Wilson Hardy.
Yes.
I'm Charlie.
And he offers the same hand.
Hi.
Will he short you out too?
I'm not like that.
No.
Okay.
Uh,
I was
just the gloves
asking.
on. I might as well not take it off at this point.
Okay, I understand. I just wanted to make sure because I don't know what all of this is.
That would
so-
require a lot of explanation, but I'm guessing that's not why you're all here.
No, maybe I don't actually know. I was told
That's weird.
by somebody very, very important that
I'm crazy.
you all were going to be able
Cassandra,
to
be
help
nice.
us
With
what we are currently attempting to do in the city. With
right, and you are. He's pointing
I'm
over to
Cassandra.
Oh, nice to meet you.
You too.
And Harley.
And he spins around. He was actually getting ready to start geeking out on like the nearest piece of equipment. He wasn't going to actually physically interact, but he was definitely like he didn't get this thing from Fry's. Oh yeah, hi. What's up?
We've been keeping an eye on you.
I'm confused. You
I
said
know.
that you've been watching and
That-
keeping track of everything, but you didn't know our names except for Harley.
Well, that hack that he pulled off a couple years back,
Mhm.
that was impressive.
Thank you.
For somebody who doesn't have access to the equipment that I've got access to, like that was just primo.
Game, recognized game. Thank you for the props. Thank you.
other language.
I don't understand.
I
Had to
do,
talk.
but it's boring.
There's the compute. Never
Leads-
mind.
It doesn't matter. Don't explain it to me. I'm never going to get it. Just continue.
They just Google stuff really hard.
Google foo.
Yes, something along those lines.
So,
It's more
how?
writing Google types things than it is using Google type
It doesn't
things.
matter. I'm really never going to understand because I can't even interact with it, so it doesn't matter. Continue on
We're
with
inside
your
of
explanations.
TARDIS, right? Basically.
How?
Not really.
Okay.
Hi.
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 Yeah,
How?
it's not school. You don't have to put up your hand.
Okay. How are you supposed to be able to help us with the Camarilla Sabat kindred stuff?
Well,
Anatoly seemed
what are
really
you
convinced.
doing?
Um,
That's, you gotta fill me in on the plan before I
Well,
can say whether or not what part I can use to help, right?
well, it's kind of gone a few different ways now, because originally we were going to get the prince that's currently in power out so that we could stop the bureaucratic structure of things, but now we
Right.
have the bad group.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You
Uh-huh.
need help removing a prince.
More
And
than
he-
that now.
Kind of works, hits a couple buttons on the power glove, and in little hexagons all around the room, it basically just kind of flips along a pattern, and it looks as if you're in a completely white room, like everything else has disappeared. And he's like, okay, and he points at the wall, and then Hazun's name appears, right?
Like the
Prince. And then like he draws a circle around it, but he's not actually touching it. And then he like puts down a couple red lines, like, okay, and what is the other group?
Okay, so the other group is the Sabat, and they are
Mhm.
made up of a bunch of different people, like Nixodon and
Mhm.
Elena. What's his name? It's very long.
I don't remember what it is.
Your sire's name. It's very long.
And
I
as
know it's
soon
very long, but I don't remember.
Santino.
Santino,
soon as-
crystal ball.
It doesn't matter. What are we trying to do? What are you doing? What is
I'm
going on
figuring-
here?
his, his back is turned to where Hazun's name was, and he's like observing you. And as soon as you mentioned the Sabat appears behind him with a red circle, and then it gets traced down to Nixodon, and then the name of Elena's sire appears in one of them, like without you even saying it.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
What is going on here?
I don't know, but Anatoly told me that these guys were going to be able to help. And
No, Charlie,
I think
no.
we're arranging a hit right now.
No. I need to know what is going on here. What is all of that? What are you doing?
Tremere shit.
Writing?
No,
on
but that's the problem
wall?
because things have consequences. There's always consequences and they always fall back on us. What are you doing right now?
Writing on the wall.
what comes after the writing?
Well, it depends on what you're doing.
Okay, so
We're red stringing right now.
So Santiago Cristobal de Cervantes. That seems like kind of an asshole name, doesn't it?
I
probably.
mean, he
What?
kind of is an asshole.
I mean, not as much of an asshole as Connor, but
Oh my god, tell me about it.
Well, that's
can
good to
probably add
know.
him
He's
up
not
there.
that bad, at least. That's good to know. That's reassuring. No
You can have him
offense,
up on the wall if
Cassandra.
you want.
Yeah, put him up there.
Yeah, he can go up there.
You can put Connor.
Connor's name appears in one of the bubbles underneath his own.
Okay, so these are the people that are currently kind of making existence for us in this city a nightmare.
What about the other coterie?
Oh, what about
They're
that scourge who
definitely
was trying
making-
to kill us?
What?
They're definitely making a problem for us. They should go up there too.
Put a pin
But-
in that one. We need to talk with them first.
So just the word coterie appears underneath his own, and then a pin comes out of nowhere and kind of sticks in it.
Okay.
Okay. So
Uh,
what do you want to do? That's my question. Because
And you just erase them? Harley
From the
does it all the
wall?
time. No. Harley does it all the time. He clicks buttons and then the things just go away. Can you do that and make it actually happen? Like that's a thing.
You're talking about unwriting them from existence.
No.
Do you see where we're at right now? If anybody's going to be able to do it, it's going to be this person.
Okay. I can see this is going to take a little bit of explanation. You see,
Yes.
the problem being, I am what's called a virtual adept.
Yes.
I am a mage.
Yes.
You're vampires.
Yes.
We've already established you don't use the washroom.
I use the
Yes.
sink.
I'm assuming someone among you can do things with great strength,
Yes.
Yes.
More or less.
or other such powers.
We can do a
Strength,
lot.
speed.
There's a lot of abilities.
You can
among
put the
us.
whammy on somebody and they
She's good at that.
fall in
Wondrous
love with
cast.
you. Ridiculous bullshit. Yeah. Anyway, that requires power from you, right?
In a manner of
Uh-huh.
speaking.
Something similar happens with mages.
Yeah, equal opposite reaction law of thermodynamics. Energy can't be created or destroyed, can only be redirected, etc., etc.
Basically, yes, except we can actually destroy things. But in order to do so, however set something is in, let's call what you're dealing with right now reality,
Uh-huh.
the more it takes out of us. Which is
Ooh.
probably why you don't see mages running down the street tossing fireballs at one another.
Oh, that makes. Oh, and oh, yeah. This is not going to be something you can actually physically do.
Not physically. I can help.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can see Hazoon alone taking. Yeah, gotcha.
How can you help?
It depends on what you need. As I've already questioned,
We need them off of the playing field.
that's a huge order.
What can you do then? That's not such a huge order.
Well, we can subtly affect things.
Subtly.
Like,
Well, you're here, aren't you?
Yes. Maybe.
what can you do
Exactly
to
call
them
this subtle.
specifically?
I have
What
a
can you do to them specifically?
I
We can
kill them.
assist in that regard.
I have a plan here. Is there a way for your tech to interface with mine in meat space?
There's always a way to do that.
Okay. Is there a way, since you're plugged into the whole like techno whatever, is there a way that you could possibly eavesdrop on their digital conversations and just basically raw dump the information on my end, and then I can come up with an algorithm to just do the same thing that the Second Inquisition does to us?
The Second Inquisition.
Is that something that's possible? Could you do that?
Yes.
Just get me the information. I'll do all the heavy lifting.
And then he kind of straightens up, and you can see like there's kind of patterns that are going across his thing, and he's like, yeah, it's done. You ran out of space though.
You can get
Shit.
more.
Yeah, keep that connection. I'm gonna make it priority one. I need to get a raid array set up. Oh shit. I'm gonna be busy.
Yeah, something happened. Sorry about your building.
We can get more.
What?
Heard about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's building.
hmm
I have an additional idea. You said you can do subtle nudging.
Yes.
Can you? And I was like pointed like the wall of names. Can you subtly nudge all of them at each other?
I think so.
Because
It may take some time.
Because half of them is the Camarilla, and the other half of them are the Sabbat, and they don't like each other very much.
You take those choice messages and you redirect them to the wrong recipient. It's classic misinformation campaign. Oh, this is fucking brilliant.
Or
And
readjust
make
the.
sure that the other coterie is involved in that because we need them busy too until we can handle them.
We're gonna talk with them.
We
and
need them busy right now until we can handle
Look,
them because
she's
what if we
just-
don't?
She's just saying busy, not dead. Let's
That's
take
fair.
that as a
Okay.
win.
I didn't
Keep
say
them
that I'm
busy.
trying to kill them. I'm saying make
I know.
them busy.
That's
Thank you,
what I
Cassandra.
said.
I appreciate you so much.
And I'm gonna take out my phone and I'm gonna send 2 texts. Whether or not they actually get sent when I'm in this space, we'll see what happens.
Well, yeah, you open your phone and you basically just see like an emoji of a happy face that is moving and it's kind of bouncing.
Oh, just like from Hackers. Sweet. And I try to unlock the phone.
Yeah, it
Nothing.
you can see the trace that your thumb is making, kind of like if you were to like push down on a
Flat panel. Yep.
yeah.
Okay.
You can see it moving across, but there's nothing, like you can't call up any numbers or anything.
Well, this is slick. All right. Cool.
And I have a question. Just for verification, the purposes, and perhaps you can help with it. Prince Bastian. Do you know where she is?
And Bastion appears on the wall behind him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't.
Can you see into the abyss?
Into the abyss?
Mm-hmm.
That is
Like I
a
can.
huge order.
Okay, so if Bastian was in the abyss, you wouldn't be
don't-
able to tell.
We don't generally mess around with the abyss because that's part of
Okay.
what's called the Dark Umbra.
There's
And
Okay,
there's a
so-
reason why it's called the
so-
Dark Umbra.
What I'm getting at is if Bastian was in the abyss, you wouldn't be able to tell.
Probably not.
that sounds about right.
That's the clarification I needed.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Okay. This can be good. This can be really good because Harley can coordinate with you for information, and then you can help nudge all of these people at each other, and then the situation can at least reduce itself to something a bit more manageable, if not handle itself entirely.
Sure.
That sounds.
That's a plan. There's a plan.
It sounds pretty probable to me.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
What?
And he hits another couple of buttons on the power glove, and the same sort of hexagonal pattern starts flipping, and it goes through the entire thing once again, and you're standing in kind of like a 1950s-esque type room, almost like a bar.
Huh.
You
This is familiar.
and he walks over to a shelf and he pulls out a record and he's like, "You're her, aren't you?"
I'm gonna have a look at this record.
It's one of yours.
I'm her.
Wow, that is, you guys really like are immortal, right?
Seems that way.
Wow, I did not see that coming. I always thought with all your internal conflicts and shit, your internal struggling or whatever it is that you guys do, that you probably would have all killed each other or something. I don't know. But yeah,
Not for lack of trying in general.
immortality. Huh. That's would you be willing to sign it?
Of course.
Cool. That's awesome. Wait till wait till that guy comes back. He is gonna be so fucking surprised.
Which guy?
Wilbert.
Wilbert.
Yeah, he's kind of old,
Okay.
but he's one of us. Like,
Okay.
he was- yeah. If you look at, see, when you first came in here, this was kind of like my pocket dimension, but this is his pocket dimension, and it kind of looks like, I don't know, steampunk chic in here. But- He's what we would call son of ether.
Okay.
That does not make any sense to me. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's fair. Well, imagine. Okay, let's try to put it this way. You guys have kind of subgroupings.
They're wizard houses.
Oh, like Gryffindor and
yes,
stuff?
yes.
Oh, I get
Fuck
it.
J.K. Rowling. No, they're not wizard houses.
Schools
Oh.
then.
Are
No.
they like
Covens.
It was just
Uh,
that game that you wanted me to play before, Harley. The one with the dragons and stuff. And they
Dungeons
had
and
the,
Dragons. Yeah.
That's it, yes,
Fucking
yes, yes.
kidding me.
and it's like that. You have the different wizard things. Like
right.
there was a book that you liked a lot. It was a dragon, and there was a wizard, and then there was an hourglass part of it, and
That's
Uh,
that's you're covering a
Like
lot of
every
ground
fantasy
there.
book
Yeah.
ever
okay,
written
so
or
then
made.
it was very specific, and there was lots of different like wizard houses, and they had like black robes and white robes and red robes and this robe and that robe, and there was dragons and a really bad dragon with lots of like heads and shit, and
Still Dungeons and Dragons.
And also, I don't think you're wearing a robe.
Dragonlance.
It was
Dragonlance. Yes.
that was it. It's dragon. That's what it is. The dragon lance. That's
Okay,
what it was.
enough
Yes.
talking about Tiamat.
That
There's-
was it. That's what it. So you know what I'm talking about. This like that's right. That's what it is. I know. I remember. See, Harley, it's not for, and it's not. I remember the things.
I
See-
made sure she got a good and proper education.
You showed her a cartoon from the 80s.
Well,
No, he made me read the book.
Yeah, no, the Dragonlance. It was an old D&D setting back when TSR still called the shots.
I read the books, and then he's talked about this other show once upon a time ago. That's I don't know that's on, and there's a
Well, yeah,
game or something.
there was a cartoon that they made out of it too. I haven't
Anyway.
shown her the cartoon. Sorry, man. Hey, it's not every day that we get to ride around in whatever this is. So
We call them traditions.
I'm just happy it's finally relevant.
Oh, that's got kind of a ring to it. I like that.
It's kind of like your Scottish things that you guys are.
Clans.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, that makes gotta have a class system somewhere, right?
It's not really a class system.
Well,
We're
I
all
mean-
kind of allies.
well.
If you hear the term NWO, though, run in the other direction.
What is that?
New World Order. It's Internet Conspiracy 101.
It's not a conspiracy.
Also, like the Rothschilds and the lizard people, that's all like legit then?
There's no lizard people.
But the
Oh,
the
good.
Rothschilds are? Oh, that does make sense. Wait,
kind
Venture?
of.
I don't know if I believe the guy made
Is
a
that like
spider
that
saying there aren't lizard
anonymous
people.
thing that you were
I'm
telling
not
me
made
about
of
before that you
spiders.
almost were part of?
Sorry, say again.
Is that like the anonymous thing that you were telling me
Oh, no,
about
that's
before?
a
That-
whole other thing.
No, Anonymous are our guys.
That's okay.
That makes sense, yeah. I'm getting an education today.
What about the ones with the Q in front of it? Are those you two?
Oh, that's a whole other. We
No.
don't know.
Oh.
That I believe is actually part of the NWO.
That
Oh, okay. Okay.
makes sense.
Understood.
They like fucking with people.
This is so confusing sometimes. Like, I understand the books and stuff like that, but when you get into all that, it is just like insane.
And Harley
Well-
looks over at Charlie, and it looks like Charlie's definitely about to have a meltdown.
Anyway, the point is,
Oh,
imagine
there is a point.
imagine that I'm trying to explain to you like you would be trying to explain your Camarina, Termarina,
Maria.
sabbaticals, whatever, to somebody who's just a regular human.
We're not supposed to like do that.
Yeah.
Regardless,
no, we don't do that.
you don't do that. You don't clear it with them when you're about to like,
Some people
and
do.
then like turn them into one of you guys.
Some people do.
Not always. No, that didn't happen to me at least.
Wow, it's that's
Yeah, I
bit
kind of got
harsh.
jumped.
Mm-hmm.
Did someone clear it with you when they made you into spiders?
I'm not made of spiders, for one. For
Still
two,
don't believe it.
we don't actually. There's not like there's not a form you fill out or anything. You just kind of become.
He was made that way.
There's a theory. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a theory.
Anyways, let's get past all of this because I'm gonna have lots of questions if we continue, and I'm pretty sure you're not going to want to answer them. So
Oh, I can answer most of them. It's gonna take a while.
It's okay. It's very overwhelming.
Charlie, are you okay?
Yes.
Are you though?
No.
Shh. Nobody asked you. I'm asking him. You don't ask. I ask.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I believe you.
Is there a way you and I can like make contact directly?
Define directly.
So I don't have to go through the ARG bullshit from earlier. Like I can just like hit a button on my phone. Like I can call you.
Email.
I can,
You did the email
yeah,
thing, remember?
I can give you an email address.
That'll be fine. Just that it's just
Might take a
way
while to get back to you, but there's a lot of email that goes through that particular.
As long as I've got a way to make contact with you directly.
Sure.
The timeliness, we'll just have to wait and see how that pans out.
I suppose. And then through one of the doors comes a older, portly gentleman who's got like a long beard.
Wilbur.
Yes? Who are you?
We're with him. I was point to the adept.
Hey, pal.
That's
So,
Cassandra.
Have you met Cassandra?
Hi,
Oh,
I'm Cassandra.
How did you get her here? Is this the time sphere? Is this what you're doing? No. But
You're about to break his heart, Cassandra. Just watch.
she's here. And she signed your record. Wow, that's how did you do it without the time sphere? And he takes the record and he's like, I've had this is an original pressing. How did you do that?
Because she's dead. In a manner of speaking.
Just a little.
Really? You reanimated her corpse to sign a record? That's a little
Wait.
harsh.
Somebody else did.
No, somebody else, yes. Like he said, somebody else did it,
Who
and now
did
she
that?
drank.
Wasn't the NWO, was it?
No.
No.
An asshole named Connor.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not.
Toreador.
What mages in the city are
Vampire.
named?
Hey,
I think that's
Wilbur?
what you call him.
Hey, Wilbur. This seems like a lot of extraneous information. Yeah?
Yeah.
We got Cassandra to sign your record.
But if you want, I could probably look into reversing that particular process.
Talk more.
I've heard of ways that it could be done. I'll just need to probably study a bunch of stuff for about 100 years or so.
We've got the time.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere.
Such a long time.
It is a bit tricky. There, you need blood from the one that made you, and then the one that made them. I've heard of ways of doing it. I need to do more research, but I can help you. I can do it.
Okay.
God bullshit.
No.
Don't
It's
destroy my false hope.
really, really hard to do, but I've heard of ways of
Cassandra.
doing it.
I love you to death, but if anybody was able to do this, it would have been sorted out already.
You can let him look into it.
Well, there were
I
Trem-
mean,
that was
And
that
we're intending
Tremere
on
once.
killing Connor, so she's not going to be able to get the blood of the one that made her at some point.
Well, we
I
can get
mean,
his
why
blood
don't we
first.
just get it before we kill him?
Oh, no, because that's
Eh.
yeah, Wilbur. No, that's the story anyway. Is that I heard a bunch of you figured out how to become a bunch of us, and they bit off more.
Yeah,
than they
this
could
is kind of the
yeah.
reverse of that.
Mhm.
It's not the same thing.
I mean, we
no.
should be able to backpedal a little bit, but it's going to take a lot more than I've got.
Well, he has his email address,
Yes.
and we can talk about this later.
Here, let me give you my phone number, Wilbur.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's a wonderful idea. Mhm.
He's
Stay
never
in
going to
touch.
stop texting you.
Okay.
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 Can we go now?
I think so.
Okay. Yes. Yes. You didn't show them the way out. I was getting to that. So you need to just pump the brakes a little bit on your flying car thing. I don't know. It's some kind of. It spreads wings out of the side. It's really stupid looking. It looks like a 1924 car. It's ridiculous.
I
Elena's
want one
gonna
of
start
those.
pulling the spiders off of her again. Just start shaking them off. Like,
I think it's time to go.
I'm gonna reach over and pluck one off of her shoulder and just kind of I'm just gonna just point.
But they have flying cars.
done with all
Yeah,
of
it's
this.
like a
I'm ready to go home now.
chitty, ridiculous bullshit.
Nope.
I don't know. Something.
Your stuff is going to start frying very soon if you don't get me out of here.
Oh, whoa, not mine, my dear. No, you're in my area now. We don't have any of that fancy new wave technology things that are in here.
Okay, well, can we just go home now?
Right. Where did
Mhm.
you all come from?
My bathroom.
Right. So this may sting a little bit.
What?
And as you all say that, you all in a clump land in Charlie's bathtub.
Ah! The fuck was that?
Ow.
God,
Get off me!
Foot.
Harley, your elbow's in my eye. What are you
Foot
doing?
ass.
Just move.
Foot
Someone's
ass.
touching me!
Ow.
Everybody out of the bathroom.
And you hear like a disembodied oh shit, sorry.
Ah.
Harley, you elbowed me in the eye.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Computer wizards.
Whose knee was in my back? That was not nice.
Ow.
Computer wizards.
Charlie, you have
Okay.
a bony ass. Ow.
Do not.
Still
Sandra,
don't know
maybe
who was
not wear
touching
heels
me.
everywhere you go, because that did not feel very
No.
good.
No, it
I'll
didn't.
die before I give up those heels.
Well, that went well.
So are they just gonna make a war and we can just
Oh no.
wait?
No, they're doing what they're doing what they can, and we have to carry it out. That information score though is that's going to be the fucking ball game right there.
I don't really know. I just know that I was told that they were the ones that were going to be the deciding factor on this, and found them.
I
They
thought
were
that
really
would
cool.
help out. I thought that they would help out them a little bit more than what they did, but I don't know what information they sent to Harley yet. Yeah.
And I don't know how they're going to shuffle everybody at each other so that they might make the difference.
One message going to the wrong person can change a lot.
Okay.
I bet a lot of
Harley?
people are about to have their secrets outed.
Exactly.
Harley,
Yeah.
you need to figure out what information they have sent you and contact maybe Abigail and see if they will talk to us.
Actually, yes. Thank you for reminding me. And I take out my phone. I'm gonna send a bunch of texts now.
Yay!
So, Jude.
Hi, Joe and Sarah who are watching.
Jude's gonna get a text. I'm assuming I haven't gotten a response from the request to meet IRL yet, right?
Not as of
Okay.
yet, because we're kind of
Yeah.
mid-season break over there, and
We're
we're
in
going to be
flux.
playing something else in about half an hour or so.
I can't wait to watch it. But so I'm gonna send a text to her just saying back up all your shit. I'm gonna send the same text to Abigail. And out of character, what were you wanting? What were you wanting me to pass on? I can't
Me?
remember. Yeah.
Just to find out if they are willing to meet with us, essentially.
Okay. And so I already sent Jude the informal IRL. But so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna send a text to Abigail. Your crew plus my crew equals heart emoji question mark. Need to meet soon.
I think you just invited them to join the Sabat.
If
Oh,
they
it's
do
just a
not-
double date.
If they do not agree to meet with us, or at least have an emissary come to meet with us, I'm going to consider them a lost cause.
I'm gonna make it happen.
And I like
Honestly,
Abigail. Don't get me wrong. I think you and her are good for each other. You're very good together, and I really would hope that she would come. At least she would come and meet with us.
I'm gonna see what I can do. And Harley is letting all of that other information just slide untouched.
He's given up at this point.
I
No,
it's
honestly
like-
kind of agree with Elena. If they won't even send an emissary, that's sketchy.
We'll get
That's
it.
true.
We'll get it worked out. We'll get it worked out. Either they'll meet over here or at my place, or we'll meet over at whatever that shop of theirs is. They hang out in like a bookstore.
Yeah, we
Nerds.
can do that. Hey, is this enough? And I just hold my phone up to Harley, where Charlie has ordered 6 12 terabyte hard drives from Amazon already. That good?
Yeah, no, those are, they're mechanical drives. We're good.
It's the biggest one they had.
Yeah, I need to do a RAID assembly on this, so I'm gonna need like mechanical drives. We're good.
Okay.
Got it.
If you sign on,
It was not enough.
if you sign on by Charlotte's account, you get free drone delivery.
Oh, I should have done that.
Yeah.
It's 2-day delivery. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get the server racks ready to go anyway. This is I have.
Wait,
a
where
lot
are you
of work
going to
do.
put them, Harley? We don't have a place to put them right now.
I've got
I
my
don't
place.
use. I don't use my guest room.
No,
Oh.
I need to rebuild the beast.
No,
Okay.
he can't put it anywhere where I'm going to be.
Okay, that's
Mhm.
fair.
No, I've got Charlotte helped me buy, the place for the Nos to hang out, and no, I've got plenty of space. That was gonna be the new launch site, so to speak. So no,
Okay.
I've got plenty of space there. The infrastructure's already in place. We're good to go.
Okay.
All right.
I
then
need- I need to go for a walk or something.
Yeah.
You want me to come with you? Do you need company?
Yes. Are you two going to be okay here or wherever?
I kind of look at Cassandra and like, yeah, we'll be good. We'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we can
Okay.
go for it. Yeah. I just pat Florence on the head idly as I walk by and just out the front door with Elena. I'll leave these two
Yeah.
in my apartment.
Going out.
We should have a party in Charlie's apartment.
You know, that's not a bad idea. A small, tasteful party. Just
So like 30 or 40 people?
no. I'm thinking. No. How about you? Have Adam come over?
Charlotte's not here.
Just Adam. Just have Adam come over. You and Adam can chill, and they'll just hang out.
And I'm gonna text Adam, who's all mine right now.
Take that, Brennan.
Yeah, that's what you get for not being here. I steal your favorite intern.
And then while we're waiting for him to show up, Harley would want to have a little solo conversation with her.
Okay.
So, we don't talk, like, at all.
No. Well, whenever we're together, like Elena and Charlie and Charlotte are always around, and there's a lot of talking.
And it's, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I'm always a little uncomfortable around you anyway. So,
Why?
well,
I like you.
I like you too, and you're gonna notice that Harley is doing his damnedest to try to keep from making eye contact. He's very like, no, it's, well, that's kind of part of that. This is, I've tried to keep shit from just being awkward, just with the whole thing with you and the sewer and all that stuff. And just, I don't know, it's, I'm not good at that kind of stuff, but I don't know. I just, how are you doing? How are you dealing with this whole thing? So I can't remember. What's my score to her right now? I can't remember. Off the top of my head.
9 to me.
Yeah. So, so I was having a hard time before, and I don't know how you're doing.
It's rough all across for me.
Okay. So, I just, I'm just trying not to make it any more weird than what I guess I'm already making it. So,
We're family.
Yeah.
Weirdness comes with the territory.
I know. I don't know. You're really pretty. I just wanted to say that.
Well, I can't return that particular compliment, but you're really smart and you're really loyal, and sometimes that's more important than being pretty.
Well, I don't know. As far as the loyalty thing goes, we don't really have a choice now.
You were loyal before, when you did have a choice. When you had like a big choice, when Elena was like, let's go, and you were like, no.
Well, it's just now that her sire's involved, things are gonna get bad.
Yeah, I'm getting that sense.
You've got your Connor baggage. She's got her baggage with him, and she doesn't even know the guy. There's a lot of weight hanging around her neck right now, and you've got the ever-present threat. Hers is yet to come. And really, are you fully ready for Connor? Have you actually fully processed that we are going to kill your sire?
No. No, I haven't even fully processed him being here yet. But what I have processed is that he is never going to be who I want him to be.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how a lot of that can just cross apply. You know, I mean, at least with kind relationships, they don't have the beast in the mix telling them to rip out their partner's throat and drink them until they're fucking part of you. And
I don't like feel that. All I ever want to do is just protect my people, or the people I want to be my people.
yeah, and I mean that's kind of why I'm having this conversation with you. It's just I know underneath the it, you put up a front just like Charlotte does. I know that at the end of the day, underneath all of whatever face you're trying to put on that day, that you are just as fearless and brave and dedicated as anyone else in this group. And I'm going to have your back no matter what, but Elena's sire is she's got a choice that she's going to have to make sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
And I've already promised her that I'm going to back her play no matter what. And I want you to know that if you can't make that decision with us, I am still going to care about you, and I am still going to do what I can until I can't.
I don't know what's gonna happen with everything. Elena seems pretty set on her intentions when it comes to her sire, but I get what it's like when they're all of a sudden standing in front of you again for the first time in ever, and how hard that call is.
And
But I can't imagine not having all of you.
which is why I'm really scared for the future.
You know, Harley, you worry so much about my baggage and Elena's baggage and Elena and Charlie and Charlotte. Who worries about you and your baggage?
That's not important.
Firm disagree.
My clan has a habit of going to ground when they need to, and you know, it's hard saying really if I'm ever going to get used to being part of a pack or part of a coterie, just because we're so independent as a clan. And I mean that I'm never going to be, even with the the links that the bonds that we all now share. I don't know. Don't worry about me right now. You need to worry about your ductus. And let me worry about you. All right? And
No. No, I refuse to not worry about you.
I'm not going to do anything stupid.
Oh, Harley.
Not when it comes to him.
Okay.
Not when it comes to him. There's... I know that there are certain things that I can and cannot get away with. And there are certain things where I can push my luck. I'm willing to take the calculated risks and the gambles. He is a full-out, flat stop. There is no fucking around with that man. He is as serious as final death. And... no, Let me while out on your sire a little bit, maybe. But when it comes to Cervantes, everyone is going to have to be on their A game. And everyone has to be ready to be prepared for Elena to make a possibly bad choice, depending on your point of view.
I mean, mainly I just see bad choices left, right, and center, but
Right.
how are you gonna deal with it? I mean, you were anarch down to your boots when this all started, and
Yeah.
now you may have, Mother Superior Elena.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, she doesn't like that.
Oh, I know.
Oh. Yeah. I kindred change, I guess. I don't know. It's a tough call.
I mean, I know you owe Elena a lot, or at least I
Yeah.
assume you do
Yeah.
after you've been together for this long. But what really worries me is how far we all seem to be straying from who we are and who we want to be in the pursuit of
Well,
something we can't even really name.
it's
Armistice Day, Princedom, Sabbat. I don't give a damn.
It's the same. It's something different for everybody. We've all got our own collective end objectives with this, and in some spots our plans overlap, and in some spots they're completely, totally different. And navigating the way forward together is how we're going to get this done. And some of us are going to have to, unfortunately, make some sacrifices to accommodate for the group.
What's your end game? What do you want? Because I don't think anyone ever actually got around to asking.
I just want to be left alone to take care of the people that I care about and to take care of my clan if I have enough energy left. That, I was telling Elena that I'm now in a position where I can actually do something. And I mean, the anarch ideal is still there. It's just I need to find the appropriate way to redirect that energy, and if the Sabbat's the way to do it, then I don't know. It sure as hell isn't the cam. I can tell you that much. I mean, ideally, if the Sabbat hadn't shown up, as soon as Hazoon was fucking dead or out of office or whatever the fuck, I was perfectly content to just sit back, play the Primogen role, look after me and mine. And that was my end objective. Always has been. And I've always been working towards that here. Once we started getting in deep with this whole thing, I needed something outside of us and to work for, and that's it.
I mean, that's a noble goal.
What do you want? Really?
I don't know anymore. I spent a really long time just floating from place to place trying to find something that I would want. You know, I thought I wanted my sire. I thought I wanted love. I thought I wanted fame, but they're all just so empty. Nothing means anything anymore.
Except us. The pack.
That's really what it
the coterie.
That's really
whatever.
what it comes down to. This is all that makes me happy now. I guess all I was really looking for was family. And I've found that in not a lot of places.
I wanted Elena to be happy and to be able to find a friend outside of this. And she got it. So everything else after this point, as far as I'm concerned, is gravy.
Then gravy will make it. Connor aside, Crystal Ball Cervante aside, we'll figure it out.
And I will apply judicious restraint with my Molotovs. How's that?
There is a time and a place for Molotovs, and I'm sure we're going to encounter it.
I will be ready.
I won't be throwing any.
Depends on whether or not he can get the canister that's like actual,
Yeah.
really, really nice with a bow on it.
I call bullshit. I remember her throwing plenty of Molotovs.
Well, Harley wasn't there for that.
Nope.
Shh, that was a bad girls club night.
On that
Fair.
note, now that
Fair.
I think we are only missing one season in the callbacks at this point. So we're going to flip over to Charlie and Elena going for a walk, see if we can get that accomplished.
Oof. Charlie's
Are
walking down the road with her.
Are you alright? You don't look so alright.
My bathroom got turned into a science lab, and then we wound up
Mm-hmm. You
in
did.
the 1950s, and I haven't been in the 1950s in
A long time.
70 years, so it's been a bit. And I think maybe we finally have an edge, but I'm afraid to think that we have an edge because I don't know.
Don't do that. Don't go there. The moment you go there, it's not true, and then we're back where we started, so it's best not to think that we do.
I mean, I'm not going to let my guard down, but I want to believe that we can make some sense out of all of this.
We will. We always do. One way or another, we always manage to make it fit what we needed it to fit, when we needed to fit, where we needed to fit.
Yeah. Did your talk go okay?
It did. More or less, we have an understanding. He and I.
That's good.
It was a good talk.
Good. Everybody's starting to get their bearings, maybe a bit more, maybe.
What about you, though, Charlie? You don't seem to be getting your bearings right now.
No, I am more off my bearings than I've ever been.
I noticed. Talk to me, Charlie. What's going on with you?
This is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's all a lot.
It is.
We've been We have all been together maybe a year, and I have been thrown into more turbulence and danger and confusion than I have been in the past. What month is it?
I don't even know. Are we close to? We're close to Halloween, aren't we?
It was my
Dia de los
birthday last month.
Muertos.
It was my birthday last month.
Late birthday? Like, was it your like living birthday or like your dead birthday?
Living birthday.
Okay. Do you still celebrate that?
Not a lot, but this one would have been a big one. And
What would it have been?
100.
Oh. That is a big one, isn't it?
And this 1 year has been the most wild and confusing and turbulent one compared to the 99 before it.
It has. It's been it has definitely been something, hasn't it? Very complicated and confusing and raw.
It's
In no
complicated for
way
everybody and new for everybody.
different for everybody. I don't think any one of us ever suspected it was going to be anything like this, really.
No, I mean, I I got hired by Charlotte, and I called the one person that I do anything with
Mhm.
to bring him in for the job if he wanted to.
I know.
And then he brought you in,
Mm-hmm.
and then you
He
guys
did.
came with Sandra, and it's just been dominoes ever since.
I was there, Charlie, when he called you, or when you called him. I was there
Oh,
when
that
he
makes
answered
sense.
the phone. He was looking right at me when he told you that he was bringing me.
That makes sense.
I heard your statistics as well. What was it? 33% chance that I would kill you at the time. That's what you said. There's
Yeah,
only a
something like that.
33% chance that I would eat you.
Repeating.
Uh-huh. What's your chances now?
I don't care.
You don't?
No,
Why?
doesn't matter. It's not.
But it does matter, doesn't it?
No, it's not what I'm focused on.
Then what are you focused on?
You, us, all of us. I haven't done this for work in months. It's just been force of habit at this point. So calming exercise, I switched to number sequences after a while because I didn't have any notes to take wasn't running any books or any bets, and I ran out of number sequences, and now I'm just writing. It doesn't even mean anything. It doesn't even mean anything. It's just
Honestly, I didn't think that it ever really meant anything before.
habit now. But I don't need to focus on the odds and all that.
You know them though, don't you?
I can't not know them.
So what are they, Charlie? What are our odds right now? What are the odds that I'm still going to kill you? I'm curious at this point.
It's the same as it is with any of us, honestly, which is 50-50.
Oh, ouch. That's much higher than it was before. Before it was only 33%. Now it's a 50% chance that I'm going to kill you.
I mean, that's standard for all of us. That's mine too. That's Harley's, that's Cassandra's, that's Hazoon's, Nixodon's.
Why
It's
did
all-
our statistics, why did the percentage go up though, Charlie? Like we're all so much closer now, and we all get along so much better. And
when you
why
stop
does it
when you stop evaluating and analyzing and trying to pick it all apart and break it all down into numbers, it's just a matter of it's gonna happen or it's not gonna happen. That's why I said it doesn't matter. It's just all 50-50 at that point. When you stop trying to fixate on all the small details and stop trying to predict and control all of the outcomes. It's all 50-50.
I'm not going to
I know.
do that, Charlie.
I know.
I could.
That's why it's 50-50. I could too. But I don't want to. I know you don't want to.
No. I'm not going to. I'm not going to lie to you. It would be a lie if I were to tell you that it wasn't tempting to get an aroma thick in the air and the taste on my tongue. The scent. I'm not going to though. That's the difference between me now and me then. Is then your 33% chance would have drastically increased with just that scent. And now I'm aware of it, and I'm not going to do it. So they decrease a bit, I think.
That's why I said the numbers don't matter. It's not about calculating and predicting. It's not something that you can. This is not something that you can calculate. And I'm starting to get that.
Do I still frighten you?
I'm not afraid of you.
That's comforting, at least. Aside from the statistics, that's comforting.
Not afraid of you. I'm worried for you.
You don't need to worry about me, though. I'm fine. I'm always fine.
No, you're not. None of us are fine.
I suppose you're right in that. No, we're not completely fine. We're all a little off now, but considering what we've all had to deal with recently,
It's been a year, not even just recently. Just it's been a year. And Charlie's just steering the walk, like turning down roads they go.
Yeah, Elena's just following, but the whole time that she's following, she has still got that sniffing the air, kind of looking and searching for something that's not his specifically.
It's been a lot for all of us, and every step forward is something bigger. And now we've got everything on our doorstep. I can't even begin to fully comprehend what like you and Cassandra are having to deal with. I haven't seen my sire since I was turned. He was killed for it. I can't fathom what this does.
it's not going to get any better, you know. Not even a little bit, because if it's not the Camarilla that we are dealing with, it's the Sabbat. And if it's not the Sabbat that we're dealing with, it's going to be the Camarilla. And eventually, if it's not either of them, it's going to be the Anarchs. We're never going to get a minute of peace, I don't think, anymore. And honestly, Charlie, I don't know where I fall on the lines.
Charlie
right
just
now.
pivots, stops, like in front of her. For as long as we exist, there's always going to be something. It's always going to be something that is just on the edge, waiting, intentionally or not. That's the nature of what we are. It's whether we just accept it and give into it, or if we push through it because there's something we're pushing through for. That's the thing that makes the difference. It's always the thing that's made the difference. It's faith.
No, that's not what it is. That's not what it is. It's not that. It's will. Charlie, it's not faith. Faith has nothing to do with it anymore. Faith went away
Doesn't have to.
a long time ago when we were brought into this. There's no more.
It really
It's a
doesn't.
will.
It really doesn't have to. And Charlie turns to the left, and he has stopped them in front of the Holy Rosary Cathedral.
What is this? What is this? Huh?
I'm not going to make you do anything. But it has felt like there has been a hole in you for a while now. And it's not one that any of us can do anything about. It's not one that you can fill. So I'm not going to push, I'm not going to force, but I know for a fact that there is somebody in there that will hear what you have to say, and that I can make not remember what you say afterwards if need be.
Oh my God, is that going to do, Charlie? What is it going to do? I go in there and I go, that I'm a monster. And then you make them forget what I am. You make them forget it. And then it means nothing. It means no different than what it was before when it was. It's not going to make any difference, because at the end of the day, whether I do this now, if I go in there and I confess my sins, the fact that I have the people that I've eaten, the people that I have tasted the blood. It's not going to make any difference. It doesn't matter how much confession is it that I do, or how much you make them forget, because tomorrow night, I'm going to be a monster again. And I'm going to find the blood that I need, the blood that I want, the taste that lingers. And I'm going to take it.
We're going to be monsters forever. But there's a difference between being a monster and acting like a monster. We don't have to be what they say we are. And the thing that makes the difference, the thing that matters with this, anything that you do, it comes from you. It always has. I just take her like in both of her hands and just hold her. It's always you, Elena. It's always you. So if you don't want to go in there, you don't have to. If you do want to go in there and see if it means anything, then I'm here. But it's always you. You're the one driving this. You're the one that gets to decide who you are.
I don't even know who that is anymore. So what does it matter?
It matters because there's a lot of people that care about you.
I'm more likely to go in there and massacre the entire bunch. Is that what you want me to do? You want me to go in there and just lay waste to it all? That's what I feel like I'm going to do.
I don't think that you will.
It's a bad idea. No.
Because I believe in you. And I will be there with you.
Damn it, why did you have to bring me here right now? This was a really bad idea. Not now. Not right now. Why did you do this right now? You couldn't do this before.
Elena, focus. I will take you to find whoever you need. But you're here now. And it's your choice on what to do. And I did it now because every day we go forward is less and less certain that the next one happens. And I can't keep going forward knowing that I didn't do everything I could to help.
Fine. We can go in and see what happens. I'm not making any promises to you right now.
I know. I just put my hand, I let go of one of her wrists and just put my hand on her cheek. I'm here. You're not what your sire wants you to be. You're not what that voice in your head wants you to be. You are what you want to be. And you struggle against it every day, but you are still who you want to be. And that's the only thing that's kept me where I am right now. So maybe I can do something for you.
Okay.
Okay. I love you, Elena.
And then she turns and goes straight for the entrance. Like, better hope there's no other vampires around right now. It's gonna be bad. She's been looking the entire time, like, where are they at?
Said I'd take you wherever you need afterwards, and I just follow her inside.
Oh, to eat is afterwards what I need. My hunger is high, yo.
And that seems like a good place to cut off this particular episode. And I'll let everybody at home kind of envision Elena like dripping blood and gore from her mouth, going, "Forgive me, Father, if I have sinned."
I have sinned. I just ate a few people
like
on
so
my
many
way.
people.
I just ate a few people on the way in. Don't worry.
Hashtag oops. Thank you everybody for coming by and checking out our continuing exploits of the pack. And thank you for all the bits and or subscriptions that you've brought to this particular channel. We are going to be raiding over to something special, which I'm going to get into in just a second. But first, let's do some outros and get everybody's social media info. We'll dump Brennan's stuff over there right about now. And we'll go over to Zach.
Hi, I'm Zachary Vaudo. That's my Twitter handle, and those are my links over there. ATL by Night is the show I'm usually on. We are in the middle of season 6 on Tuesday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern, twitch.tv/ATL by Night. You can follow me as a completely different vampire than this one in presentation, personality, and more. Drop by sometime, see how things are going on the Eastern United States. Next week, and I'll say it now because we're recording it tomorrow, and by tomorrow I mean yesterday by the time you watch it. Next week, time is fucky. Next week on the 16th of October, I am running a game on Gehenna Gaming. It is a game that consists of Sam McClarty, Nick Francia from Gehenna Gaming, April Raygun from Slady's ATL, and Persephoroth from Dimension 20 and many more. It is a game of Cult, and it is titled Midnight in the Diner of Good and Evil. We will have
Great name.
We will have 4 people in a diner in rural southern United States, 15 minutes to midnight. And we will see where that takes them. So please tune in next week. We'll probably talk about it then as well. Twitch.tv/Gehenna Gaming, probably around 8 p.m. Eastern then as well. And then you can find me everywhere else that games are played.
And am I pointing in the right direction? Cool. Sam.
Hey, I'm Smith McClarty, and I've been playing Elena Cortez, the very, I don't even know what to say about Elena at this point. She's hungry. That's all I got. Yeah, and as Zach said, I'm gonna be in the Gehenna Gaming Cult game, and I'm really excited about it. I can't wait to lose my mind in that, like slowly go crazy. It's gonna be great. I am so excited. I'm also in a few other things that I don't know what has been actually mentioned yet and what have not been mentioned yet. So I'm just going to say I'm in other things. And if you want to know about those other things, my link tree is in the chat. So feel free to check that out and give me a follow on the social medias that are attached to that link tree. I post about everything that I'm doing on social media. So yeah, follow those and you'll see all the things that I'm doing. And I can't wait for you guys to see everything that's in store. Cheers.
And Patrick.
Hi, Patrick Gill, creative director of Martlet Games. The Twitter and such is there in the over. I still haven't gotten my stage directions straight now. I flipped it so my t-shirt looks normal on screen. But yeah, tons of stuff coming out here in October. We've got Psychopops Incorporated, which is a all Hekata game. That's going to be coming out very, very soonish. We've got our Cults of the Blood Gods game, where we focus on the Bahari. We've started we finally started recording it, and I'm so fucking happy.
Man, it's been fantastic too. I gotta say, you guys gotta catch Lex and that she is stellar. So stellar. Yes.
Everyone's looks, even Ben, who plays the ghoul, looks fucking amazing.
It's fantastic.
I've got a 10 Candles anthology called Terminal Black that everyone except for Steve, but I have Joanna kind of filling in for Steve there. Everyone that you
So it's
see,
11 candles.
It's 11. But so a lot of fun with that. And I'm popping up on all sorts of other things, and just keep an eye out on the socials. Lots of stuff hitting the airwaves soon, or bandwidth, or I don't know what would be the proper terminology here.
Internet spiders.
Considering everything's
Internet spiders
now, yeah,
internet spiders. That's what we got. We're the internet spiders. That's what it is from now on. It's canon.
Martlet
It's
Games
internet
brought
spiders.
to you by a local pattern spider near you.
That needs to be on a t-shirt.
Digital
Yes.
data packets on the web. And
Literally.
last but not least, Lex.
Hi, I'm Lex. I was Cassandra. You can find my links and stuff over that way. Yeah, I got it right. Sweet. You can catch me on a bunch of channels, including some of the Martlet stuff that was mentioned. But most excitingly for me, of course, is that yesterday, when you guys are watching this, the first episode of Skin Deep will have come out. And of course, the next episode will be out next Friday at 5 p.m. PST or PDT or whatever those letters stand for. I don't know.
I think we're
You'll see some.
D at the moment.
I don't know. Letters are so hard. Where you'll see some familiar faces and some, I hope, really, really spectacular and gross body horror. So join us for that. And as always, buy my book.
By Lex's book.
I Lex's book.
I Lex's book.
Bye, Lex's book.
Do it or we'll send the internet spiders after you.
And I'm Storyteller Steve. That thing that I mentioned before that we're going to raid into in just a couple minutes is a special edition of Delve into Darkness, in which the vampires all get together at a local comic shop and play Dungeons and Dragons. So it's ridiculous. It's every bit as ridiculous as you think it's going to be. And there's stuff that happened on that episode that is absolutely fucking hilarious. I've known, just to preface, I've known Cliff, the guy who plays Duran, for about 30 years now, and I have never seen him laugh so hard that his face just turned beet red. So yeah, you're in for quite a treat in just a couple of minutes over there. All my links are over there in the chat. So we've got a bit of a lighter schedule this week coming up because of Canadian Thanksgiving. So a bunch of things are taking off. We're not going to be doing the Sunday game of D&D tomorrow, Vandalin by Night, and we won't be doing definitely Delves again this week. So we're going to have something special in the what we're going to raid into next week, which I think is maybe Patrick related.
Possibly. We're looking at the final scheduling. There will be something special from Martlet in wherever there is a spot on the takeover to be had. Yes.
Right. Yes. Or we could just play Blood Hunt again. I don't know.
You know,
Things are
we'll have to figure something out. Saturdays with me and Blood Hunt, I'm tied to the computer all day long, and I have to find a breaking point, or the wife will.
There are
destroy me.
always so many things that we're doing. So honestly, you're just gonna have to follow the social medias to see what's happening when.
Which are over there. All right. So thank you everybody for tuning in. I'm gonna go. I don't think I'm gonna do a quick change because I wore another HMB shirt. I have like 7 of them. It's fine. And see you in a couple minutes over playing D&D with vampires.
Dungeons and Darkness.
Yay.
Elves and Dragons.
We've mentioned Dungeons and Dragons on this show, and now they get to play Dungeons and Dragons on that show. It's all
Exactly.
good.
It was
Me and Delta
foreshadowing.
Have a good night, everybody.
I
Bye.